The Mishnah discusses the issue of people dining together. The basic tone is that having a meal with friends is desirable. Brachos 7:1 states that three people who have eaten a meal together are obliged to say grace after meals together. This is called a mizuman. When there is a mizuman, grace is preceded by a short invitation. One person leads a four-line responsive Hebrew reading, which may include a phrase of Yiddish or Aramaic. After that, the normal sequence of the prayers is recited. This is not done with a chance meeting of people. Rather, they initially said words to the effect of "let's go out and eat." When this is done, an obligation is created to stay with each other until the conclusion of the meal. If one member of the party wishes to leave, but others do not, it is considered impolite for him to be a flat leaver. However, if they are friends, they will consider each other's needs and sensibilities. Coercive tactics stronger than a discouraging word, though, would not be acceptable. A mizuman should be comprised of peers. Typically, it means three adult Jewish men. This would include women, slaves, minors, and non-Jews. Women and men are not considered peers. The Shulchan Aruch paskins that women may make a mizuman together. However, this is not commonly done. The Mishnah mentions Samaritans as well. The Samaritans were not ethnic Jews, but lived in Judea during the Second Temple period. Although they converted to Judaism, their motives were suspect. They performed mitzvahs, but not all of them. For these reasons, there was a doubt whether they should be accepted by the general community. In addition, they were often uneducated. The Talmud views them negatively. The Good Samaritan, though, is an icon of Christian Western culture because of the story of Jesus of Nazareth. In it, he asks concerning the verse, "You will love your neighbor as yourself." Who is your neighbor? He then gives a parable in which a man is collapsed on the side of the road. A Kohen passes by and ignores him, but a Samaritan helps him. The conclusion is that a Samaritan who helps a person when he is in need is his true companion. Also, that in regards to friendship, the test is caring for each other and not education, lineage, or status. The implication is that a scholar who ignores another distress is lower than an ignoramus. In any case, for the purpose of grace after meals, one would set aside doubts about a Samaritan and accept him as part of the group. However, a later Mishnah permits a Jew to say Amen automatically to the blessing of another Jew. With a Samaritan, though, one would only say Amen after carefully listening to be sure that he really did say a blessing. The Gemara brings two verses from the Tanakh in support of the practice of making a mizuman. The first is, "Declare the greatness of Hashem with me, and let us exalt his name together." The second is, "When I proclaim the name of Hashem, give glory to our God." The idea in both of them is the use of drama to arouse religious feelings. That means that one person initiates a religious precept it is good when he is joined by others. An example would be a responsive reading during services. In this case, it is to thank God for the fine meal he has eaten. The fundamental idea is that it is good for friends to dine together, and this would include starting and finishing together. Also, the camaraderie and refinement finds favor in the eyes of heaven. And when it is attached to a mitzvah, it is a sanctification of God's name. Thank you.